His own brothers sold him as a slave. He was thrown into prison for a crime he never committed. But God was preparing him for a destiny greater than anyone could imagine. Joseph was a young man, loved deeply by his father Jacob. His father even gave him a beautiful coat of many colors. But Joseph's brothers became jealous. One night God gave Joseph a dream. In the dream, his brothers bowed down before him. When Joseph shared the dream, his brothers became furious. They hated him even more. One day, while Joseph was visiting his brothers in the fields, they made a terrible plan. They grabbed him, tore off his special coat, and threw him into a deep pit. Joseph cried for help, but no one listened. Then a group of traders passed by. His brothers sold him as a slave for just a few pieces of silver. Imagine the pain, betrayed by your own family, taken far from home, never knowing if you would see your father again. But God had not forgotten Joseph. In Egypt, Joseph worked hard and earned the trust of his master. Everything seemed to be getting better. Then suddenly, Joseph was falsely accused of a crime he didn't commit, and he was thrown into prison. Once again, his life fell apart. Days turned into months, months turned into years. Yet Joseph continued to trust God. One night, Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, had strange dreams. No one could explain them. Then someone remembered Joseph. Joseph was brought from prison to stand before Pharaoh. With God's help, Joseph explained the dreams. He warned Pharaoh that a great famine was coming. Pharaoh was amazed, and in a single moment, Joseph's life changed forever. The prisoner became a ruler. The slave became a leader. Joseph was made second only to Pharaoh himself. Years later, the famine arrived. People from many lands came to Egypt looking for food. Among them were Joseph's own brothers, the very men who had betrayed him. They bowed before him, just as God had shown in the dream years earlier. His brothers didn't recognize him, but Joseph recognized them. He could have taken revenge. He could have punished them. Instead, Joseph chose forgiveness. With tears in his eyes, he said, "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good." His brothers wept. The family was reunited, and Joseph's story became a powerful reminder that a God can turn pain into purpose. No matter how deep the pit, no matter how dark the prison, God is still working, and He can turn your greatest struggle into your greatest blessing. If you believe God has a plan for your life, type Amen in the comments.